Hello, everybody. I'm Richard Roll, and this is Spotlight Local TV. Our subject today is consumer bankruptcy, people who are having problems with financial pressures that they can't get out of. And I'm pleased to have as our guest attorney Alex Tinkoff with Zaleski and Pinsky in Chicago, the oldest consumer bankruptcy firm in Chicago with 6 offices. And Attorney Tinkoff and I are going to talk about what should you look for in finding the best consumer bankruptcy attorney for you in the Chicago area. Alex Tinkoff, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Richard. Glad to be here.
Thank you for being here and taking the time. The first question I want to ask you is, when consumers are looking for a bankruptcy attorney, when they're coming to see you, what is the biggest problem? What's the solution that they're looking for, and what brought them to that point?
Well, the 3 biggest things that bring people into my office are medical-related issues, employment or recovering from unemployment, and surprisingly enough, divorce. Those are what people are usually recovering from, and as a result, they have high credit card usage, they're behind on their cars, and otherwise in debt.
And in your firm, you have a combined experience of over 100 years. What are the changes that you've seen in the last decade or so in the consumer bankruptcy laws and the challenges that consumers face?
Well, unfortunately, what we've seen is the laws have been tightened. It's become more and more difficult for people to file, and the laws themselves have become more specific, so there are more hurdles for people who file, and therefore people need to jump one hurdle just to file. They need to jump another hurdle when they filed, and need to jump another hurdle when they're ready to discharge their case, when they're ready to finish with their case. It's just become more and more difficult as the time goes on.
So based on your experience, what should people be looking for to find the most effective bankruptcy attorney for them?
They need to find somebody who has specific experience in the field, somebody who has a tried and true record with getting bankruptcies from start to finish, and somebody who's been around long enough to have seen the changes, to have adapted to the changes, and to be able to put them in a position to get a fresh start.
Exactly. So based on that background, what makes you different from other bankruptcy firms in Chicagoland?
Well, first of all, as you stated earlier, it's our experience. The least experienced attorney in our office has 14 years of experience. That's the least experienced attorney in our office. We have been doing this for a very long time. It's what we do. When somebody comes into our office, they don't talk to a paralegal, they don't talk to a secretary, they talk to an attorney with at least 14 years of experience from start to the finish of their case.
So you have a commitment to building and having the visibility of being a leader in the field in Chicago. When a consumer comes to see you, what is their experience like?
They get to see, they make an appointment. They immediately get to see an attorney. Again, we don't mess around with having them interviewed with a paralegal or a secretary. We get to the root of their problem, and then we determine the best solution for their particular situation, be it a Chapter 7 bankruptcy that discharges all their debt, be it a Chapter 13 that allows them to pay their debt over time, or be it something else that we can customize to their needs.
So if a consumer wanted to find out more and wants to come and make an appointment to see you, how do they reach you? How do they find you?
It's pretty easy, at least hopefully. One way is to go to zapbillsnow.com, which they can then make an appointment, they can ask questions, they can do all sorts of things on the computer. They can also call and make an appointment 7 days a week, Monday through or Sunday through Saturday.
So what number should they call to make an appointment?
They can call 1-800-BANKRUPT, or they can just simply call 312-782-9792.
Okay, and I have one other question for you. When consumers are looking at bankruptcy versus non-bankruptcy, have you seen a change in whether there's a stigma about bankruptcy today in the Chicago market?
I would say that the stigma, at least among the markets I've seen, has gone down a little bit as people get more educated to the fact that it doesn't matter if there's a bankruptcy on their record or if they've missed bills, their credit rating is already going to be very, very terrible, and bankruptcy will help improve that. If they file a bankruptcy after having bad credit, their credit will improve in 6 months to a year. And people are starting to realize that. They're starting to realize it's a better solution than not doing it.
And that the fresh start is really, truly the better opportunity for many, right?
Yes, that a fresh start is where you need to go, and it really does provide a fresh start.
Okay, and once again, the website to go to answer questions initially is
zapbillsnow.com.
Attorney Alex Tinko, thanks so much for being with us and sharing your expertise. I'm Richard Roll. This is Spotlight Local TV. Stay tuned for our next edition when you'll learn more answers to help you make the best decisions in your life. Until next time.
Thank you, Richard.